Hello everyone, my name is Vicky Styles and the movie I'm here to present to you today is Matilda the Musical. Now before I get into details of this movie, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment and share after you're done watching, and in order to get notified anytime I am uploading a new video on this channel, click the bell notification beside the subscribe button so you can get notified every time. Now, I do a lot of movie discussions, movie reviews, film criticism. So if you're interested in movies and you want to know popular opinions about them, this channel is the best for you. Make a comment here and I will definitely put it out in my next video. Matilda the Musical, as the name implies, is a musical drama, and it is also a comedy fantasy drama as well. It is made by Netflix and currently available on the Netflix platform. The movie was directed by Matthew Warchus, and this movie is actually an adaptation of a 2011 stage play that that has the same name, and it was directed by the same Matthew Warchus. However, the stage play is also an adaptation of a novel that was written by Roald Dahl. Now here is how the movie goes. First of all, I don't really know how much faithful this story is to the original novel, but let me just say it as I saw it in the movie. Matilda is a young girl hated by her parents because of the gender she is. They wanted a male child and she actually is a female child, and this hatred stops them from sending her to school. Unfortunately, the law enforcement catch up with them easily and they find a way to convince the parents to send Matilda to school. Miss Honey, who is a happy and somehow poor teacher in that school, finds Matilda as brilliant and has a lot of potential. So she tries to convince the headmistress to try and tap into Matilda's potentials. But unfortunately, the headmistress is a big bully of a woman. So that definitely stops Miss Honey's plans towards Matilda. But as time goes on, Matilda discovers that her brilliance and her intelligence is actually making her have this supernatural ability, which is called telekinesis. And eventually she uses this telekinesis to save the school from the evil headmistress, and the story ends happily. So that's just the idea of the story. For the main characters of this movie, I would say Matilda is just a young girl who has potential, has intelligence. She reads a lot of books and she's quite friendly with everyone and she can tell stories. So as time goes on, her intelligence actually makes her get this telekinesis and ability to tell Miss Honey's story, at unawares that it's actually a real story. Meanwhile, Miss Honey is a nice teacher, generally a nice woman anyways, and she tries to get Matilda to make good use of her potential, her intelligence. But unfortunately, she herself is a victim of the evil headmistress. So she's like just this woman who has been made to look small right from a young age, and she's now used to being small all her life. So that's basically who Miss Honey is. And then comes the headmistress, who is this big sportswoman. She used to play discus. Is it discus or shot put? She used to play shot put in her youthful days, and she has grown up with this mentality of, strictness, discipline, and this whole ideology of strictness and discipline has taken the better part of her. So now she's more of evil than she is disciplined. The themes that I noticed majorly in this movie are gender discrimination and child abuse. Gender discrimination was first seen when the parents didn't accept Matilda for being a girl, unlike other parents who, the moment they saw the child, they didn't even care the gender. They just started saying, oh, you are blessed, you are this, you're going to be a soldier and all that. And this really affected Matilda all her life, which in real life will definitely affect any other child, because gender discrimination is not something that any child should go through, especially not in the hands of his or her own parents. While child abuse is something that happens regularly in the society, but many people still don't see it as a serious thing. I don't know why. This story shows a headmistress, or generally just a teacher, who maltreats her students, all in the name of discipline and all in the name of trying to be strict and teach them the ways of life, which is not supposed to be so. They're children or teenagers. You need to be friendly sometimes, so that way they can understand whatever it is you're teaching them. So these are the themes that I noticed majorly in this movie. Now for the cinematography and camera movements were nice. Visual effects were good, especially when it came to Matilda using her telekinesis powers. The visual effects were good, and it was very impressive to see that in a musical movie. Now, for the actors and their performances, two key performances that I loved in this movie were that of Lashana Lynch. Not necessarily because of her singing, but I've always known her to be this strong, battlefield, woman. I never thought that she could ever portray this, bullied and shy, or afraid, kind of personality. I never thought she could portray that. But this movie just took me by surprise, and I do give her credit for her voice, but man, her acting was fantastic, especially if you know her before now. You would definitely not be able to believe that she can actually do such a thing. As for Emma Thompson, well, I can say that she played her part very well. If you know her from places like Cruella and stuff like that, you would definitely be able to confirm that this performance from her in the movie was up to the way many people know her. She hardly smiles in most of her movies, and this movie was no exception. She did perfectly well in her performance of the character. That's the evil headmistress anyways. I can describe this movie as a perfect musical, and being a musical, it is perfect because it combines visual effects, it combines themes that are real life problems to both women and men, especially when they are children, and it combines everything, good storytelling, and I think the director did well in putting this whole topic together and making it a very good movie adaptation. And if you are watching this movie, I would advise you to pay very good attention to the themes of this movie, as you will need it to educate your child who is also watching it with you. Everything that has to do with especially gender discrimination and child abuse. I give this movie a 9.8 out of 10. It was a very good performance to me, and everything in between, it was good for me. Please watch this movie with your entire family. No I'm in no way against anything that happened in this movie. You can watch it with your entire family, but the parental guidance I'm advising is just make sure you educate your child about the themes of this movie. That's the only parental guidance I have. Every other thing went well with me. Well, thank you for watching this video, my video, and I hope to see you the next time I publish a video, because I no longer work on a weekly schedule anymore. I do things randomly now. And when I see you in the next video, if you make a comment here or any of my videos, I will definitely put it out in the next video that is coming up anytime soon. So thank you for watching this video. Follow me on Facebook, and this is also my Gmail in case you have anything you want to send me personally. Thank you, and see you in the next video.